to my channel. My name is Sheila if you are new, and if you're not new, welcome back. So happy to have you joining us today for our February Power Sheets planning video. We made it through January and I can't believe it. I was just journaling this morning. It's 1 month down of 2021, 11 more to go, but let's enjoy the journey, shall we? So yes, it is Power Sheets time, and I thought I would do like a very chill, cozy, planning, goal setting vlog because it is a chill and cozy day today. It is Sunday, which is when I usually do my Power Sheets planning and weekly, monthly planning, all the planning things on Sundays. That's when I do it. And we're expecting a big snowstorm today into Tuesday, so that's super exciting. So I am hunkered down inside. I am not going outside for the next few days, and what better way to pass the time and celebrate some cozy snow that is coming than planning with Power Sheets. So that's what we're gonna do today, and yeah, let's just get started. Of course, I have my iced coffee. Yes, I'm drinking iced coffee on a freezing day. It's just a mood. One thing I will notice is that I switched up my workspace. So if you see some clips in here that look a little bit different, that is why. I did film a whole video on reorganizing and doing like a workspace makeover, so that will be coming out very soon. You can see back here I have a little work nook, which is different than previous videos, so get excited for that. Pull up a cozy seat and get your beverage, and let's start doing our Power Sheets. Friends, let's go over the January attending list to just see how I did, and of course let's zoom in so we can see this better. Alright, so my first goal was to publish 8 YouTube videos, which I already did, which is super exciting. My next 2 goals were finance goals, which I already hit in the middle of the month, and I went over those in my January progress video. My reading goal was to read 2 books. I wanted to read the book of Genesis, which I just finished this morning. Yay! So I can color this bar in and say that's finished. Complete January attending list, already did that at the beginning of the month. I wanted to work out 3 to 4 times a week, and if you've watched my previous goal videos, then you know I'm trying to figure out my whole relationship with working out. So what I'm going to say, I am going to fill this in because I did do yoga basically every day, and I did squeeze in some different workouts like cardio and strength workouts in addition to those when I was feeling good, and I'm just calling it a successful month, and that's something that I need to hear and to take with me into January to maintain that motivation. So we're gonna say that this month was successful in terms of workouts. My final goal was to have a board game night with my partner. We did not have that because we didn't get a new board game. We did have other date nights, we just didn't have a board game, and I'll go over that as we move into the weekly action items. So these are more like weekly goals, weekly habits that I wanted to get done every week. I wanted to read 3 to 4 times of the week. So I think January, let me check. So yeah, for January, there's only 4 full weeks that I'm counting, so disregard the 5th section over here, but I read 3 to 4 times a week, which is super exciting, and that helped me reach my read 2 books goals. Work out 3 to 4 times a week. I did do that, and I haven't checked this off yet, but let me actually do that because I was sticking to my yoga. Weekly Bible study in the weekend, did that, and that helped me achieve my goal to read the book of Genesis. And date movie night with George. I did say we didn't have board game night, but we did have like our weekly date night where we watch AEW Dynamite. If you know, you know. And let's move on to daily action items. So this is my daily habits that I need to fill in actually, so let me do that. real quick to get us updated. Okay, so now that we're updated, you can see that I did overall very well. The area that I need the most improvement out of all my habits is waking up before 7 a.m. I did have some good streaks, but you know, waking up in the winter is just difficult. So I think I'm gonna still carry that over to February. Everything else was pretty much good. Writing the word, journaling. I stuck to the 30-day challenge as best as I could. You can see that I did skip some days, and I have a few more days to finish into February. Drinking water, that's actually something I definitely struggled with, like more recently towards the end of the month, because I noticed, like you can see here, there's a big gap of not drinking enough water. And that's something that I need to prioritize moving into February for sure. Gratitude and meditation are part of my morning routine, so that is something that I pretty much stuck to. So yeah, that is the January review. Now let's get into the fun part of actually moving into February and going through the Prepare Well page, the calendar page, and the goal setting pages. So I will check in when I get through those. Wow, okay, so I was like struggling with all of the prep work for this month, and I was just like, I need to do a review. Why do I just feel all over the place? And then I realized that I did not even fill out the month in review page for January before diving into like this page, because now they've changed it for this year and it's on the back of the tending list. So once I realized that, I was able to fill it out, and now I actually feel more clear on like what I accomplished in January and what went well, what didn't go well, and how I want to move into February and all of, you know, just the things that are helpful when you do a monthly review. So yeah, don't forget to do a review because it will help if you're feeling stuck. So yeah, here's just a glance. I won't go through all of this. They did switch up the like boxes, which is interesting. One thing I think is one thing that's different that I like is like what I read or listened to, which could really be anything like articles, magazines, books, podcasts, stuff like that. So I put like what books I read, and also that I started listening to the Jess Lively podcast again. I've been listening to her podcast for like 5 years. I discovered it in like January 2016 when I got into like spirituality and law of attraction, and she takes like breaks. So she was on a break from the podcast for a little while last year, and she just started up again this month, and now it's kind of, I've created this new like evening Sunday routine where I take a shower and I listen to her podcast, and it just helps me kind of unwind and get ready for the night. And they're like really long too, so it like kind of helps me like get off of the internet and disconnect and just kind of chill while I like dry my hair and lay in bed and get ready for the next day. And it reminded me that I used to do that when I lived at my old place, when I lived by myself. So it like brought back memories of just, you know, an evening Sunday self-care routine listening to a podcast. So let me know if you have any podcast recommendations down in the comments. I don't really listen to a lot of podcasts. Honestly, I only listen to Just Lively, but I'm always open to suggestions because just a lot of things haven't been resonating with me, but maybe your suggestion will. The memory section was kind of difficult for me to fill out. So what I usually do if I can't think of things off the top of my head is that I'll look at my like calendar. Oh, I should have looked at my journal because that would have been helpful. I didn't do that. But I also like to look at my like photos on my phone to see if I like documented anything, and that helps as well. So I think that's one thing that's going to help me prioritize just documenting or being present in the moment moving forward, because, you know, January has been a tough month, honestly, in terms of it's just really cold. I can't really go anywhere. I can't go outside. There isn't a lot to do because we're in quarantine. So I think that's also why it was hard to kind of find memories, and that's teaching me to create memories in a different way that doesn't include like going out to eat or going on a trip or anything, you know, or spending time with family, because I haven't seen my family. I've just been at home with George, so we need to prioritize just making memories together. So yeah, but I think the things I have on here, you know, that's pretty much all I did for the month of January, is just, you know, date nights with George, reading, you know, and then I made some Instant Pot chili yesterday, which was really good. Just little winter things at home. So I need to do more of that in February. Yeah, so I'm not guilting myself over working out. And also I've been feeling very fatigued when I work from home. I'm going to do a video on that, just on like energy management and like my experience with that lately, and talk about that in more detail. But I really want to prioritize my health and like I struggle with mental fatigue, so I really want to prioritize on trying to prevent that in February. So I'm saying no to fatigue and rushing myself in the morning. Definitely, I always have to remind myself to not rush, like going to work and stuff. Not worrying about the future. We're going to be present. Saying yes to just easeful and restful days, taking things slow, and we're going to put living in the present, because hello, my word of the year is presence. So that is a good reminder. So yeah, that is kind of the month in review. I think I'm pretty much done with like the Propel Welt page. I don't know, there isn't a lot on here, which I think is fine. And filling out the like brainstorm your month page, I just copied a lot of stuff from January, which I think is fine, because I mean, it's winter, not a lot of things are changing. I'm just kind of like continuing the routines that I have going on. There aren't a lot of big events going on, everything's pretty low key. So I think like a lot of the stuff on my attending list is going to be very similar to January. There are some new things in here and I'll go over those, but yeah, so I think the whole intention for February I think is just going to be continuing the goals and habits that I'm working on, because, you know, progress, little by little progress, because we're focused on the yearly goals, right? So I got this out to remind myself what my goals are, which is very important to look at that. So I was able to kind of look at these and relate them back to here and be like, oh yes, like I am on track, because I felt kind of stuck. Like there are so many different goal ideas I could have, but what really matters? And that's the whole point of Power Sheets, is to help you figure out what does matter. So I was looking at my yearly goals, I was looking at my earlier like prep pages that I did, and that really just helped me like confirm in my head that yeah, these are the goals, and if they're the same as January, that's fine. I'm still gonna be making progress because my yearly goals are broken down into quarters and months. So yeah, I'm going to transfer this information into the tending list now and then give you the full scoop. Also, it finally started snowing. You can kind of tell that it's actually laying on the roof there. So the storm has officially commenced. Alright friends, we have completed the tending list and added all the stickers, and I have my 2021 goals here as well, so you can know I color code all of the goals to my yearly goals, so I'll have this to the side so you can see how they match up, so I don't have to explain that too in depth. I do explain that in my previous month's tending list. So let's zoom in and see what I came up with. Okay, so like I said, a lot of the stuff, a lot of my goals have been transferred from my January tending list, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Actually, it made the process a lot more simple, and if you tend to overcomplicate things like I do and think that this should be harder than it actually is, check yourself and know that it doesn't have to be that hard. And the reason, again, that I just kept up with the same goals is because they all relate back to my yearly goals, and they just are helping me make that little by little progress. So, okay. My first goal is a YouTube goal because I want to grow my channel to 2,000 subscribers. We are steadily growing, which is so exciting. Thank you if you are subscribed. And if you're not subscribed and you are loving this video so far and want to see more, hit the subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. But yeah, this month I'm gonna push myself to publish 12 YouTube videos. Last month I wanted to publish 8, which I did, and that was 2 videos a week. So in February, I'm gonna push myself to stick to the 2 video a week schedule, but try and film a few more bonus videos throughout the month, so I have a 3-day posting schedule. My next one is to pay an extra $450 on my car loan. That's the same from last month. I'm just going to stick to that amount because it's just continuing with my progress, and if I'm checking in with my balance every time I do like my finances, which is weekly, and then once I get to the point after I get my paycheck, that's when I'm going to make my payment. If I do the math and want to put more down, then I'll put more down, but I think just as a minimum, that's good for me. My next one is to complete a monthly budget in YNAB. Again, these are just my finance goals, which help me stick to goal 2, which is to pay off my car loan. I also have a finance goal down here that I forgot to add, which is to complete my emergency fund. So right now I'm at $800, and I want to add another $200 and make that a full $1,000 according to the whole Dave Ramsey plan. I'm not sticking to his method 100%, but I do want to have an emergency fund. So that's almost funded. I also forgot to mention that I want to get a new vlogging camera. This is going back to my YouTube with the pink sticker. I want to buy a new vlogging camera this month, which is on my budget. I am almost finished saving up for that, and that I think that will just make my life a lot more easier with filming and be more creative and just create a lot more fun videos for you all. So that's exciting. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. Back up here, I want to read 2 books, which is just a leisure goal of reading 40 books for the year. I know that I need to start reading more books to get to my 40 book for the year goal, but I'm just starting out slow because these winter months are just kind of tough, like for motivation. So if I can just do a minimum of 2 books, I'm happy, and then just continue building momentum. So if I can read more than 2 books, that would be awesome, but I don't want to overexert myself in reading more than what I think I can actually handle. My next one's a faith goal, which is to read a book of the Bible. So my overall goal is to read 12 books of the Bible. So I think I'm going to read Exodus, which is the next book right after Genesis. And I'm just that kind of person that wants to read something like in order, and I know like the Bible, like you don't need to read the books in order, but it like continues the story of Genesis, and I'm like kind of already like invested in the story of Genesis, so I want to know what happens next. So we're just going to do Exodus, and I'm going to follow a plan inside my Bible app that breaks that down. Also, since February is a shorter month, Exodus is a little bit shorter of a book than Genesis was, so I should be able to do the same kind of Bible study like a few times a week that I was doing in January. The next one is to create my February tending list. I just did that, so let's get some color coding marker situation going. And I just kind of add that to my body, mind, and soul, my wellness goal, which is this peachy color. Doing my tending list every month helps with just making sure that I'm on track with my goals, and it helps my mental health a lot. So that's kind of why I always put that in there. And it's something I know I can do. and just seeing that progress really motivates me. My next goal is to work out 3 to 4 times a week. Again, carrying that on from January. We're gonna keep this up, and we're just gonna keep trying. I wanna try like a workout plan. I don't wanna do a monthly plan because that's too much for me, but I think I'm gonna try like a weekly plan every week. I just want to stick to 1 week of like full like workouts and sticking to a plan. So we'll see how that goes. The next one is a Valentine's Day date with George. I mean, February 14th is Valentine's Day. That's just kind of our like monthly date night besides our weekly date night. So I think that will be fun for us just because, you know, it's going to be different this year. So we're going to have to get a little more creative and stay at home. All right, let's move into our weekly action items, which I think are pretty much the exact same from January. Yeah, they are. Because I just want to keep up with what I have going, which is really working for me. So I want to read 3 to 4 times of the week, which I'm easily can do that, and that helps me reach my monthly reading goal. I want to do a weekly Bible study on the weekend. I'm trying to do that 3 to 4 times to stick with the plan I'm on, but if I can just get 1 in and it's 1 big chunk, then that's great. Day night with G every Wednesday, so I'm going to stick to that because that's just been working for us and it's fun and I look forward to that every week. And work out 3 to 4 days of the week, try a plan, so that kind of corresponds with the monthly goal because if I put it on here twice, that's double accountability, which I need. All right, and now we have our daily habits, which are pretty much the same. I also decided to use the heart stickers because these are all like peachy color ones and I'm like running out of stickers. But yeah, sticking to literally the same things. The only thing different is that my yoga is just going to be yoga, not the 30-day challenge. I usually do like a 10 to 15 minute morning yoga routine every morning because that's just, it helps my back and it helps me ground and get ready for the day. So I just want to put this on here to make sure I'm sticking to that, along with meditating, journaling, and gratitude, doing my scripture and Devo time, and again, drinking water. That's just always going to be on here because it is very important. And we're going to try waking up before 7 a.m. again because I just need to hold myself accountable to wake up earlier. All right, and that's the full tending list. All right, friends, and we have officially completed our February tending list. I'm super excited for the month ahead. Let me know down below what your goals are or intentions for the month, and I can't wait to cheer you on down in the comments. The snow has also picked up, which is very exciting to watch. I'm just gonna spend the rest of the day watching it pile up. One other thing, if you want to see how I plan out my weeks and actually take action on these goals, consider subscribing because I do a lot of weekly planning and daily planning and a lot of vlogs where I do the things on my tending list. So if you kind of want to see how I execute my goals and make them happen, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed and made it this far. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!